In 1943, during World War II, the United States needed a large amount of copper to produce weapons and ammunition. Since ordinary pennies were also made of copper, the government decided to mint pennies from steel instead that year. Thus, the steel penny was introduced in 1943. It looked shiny and silver-colored because it was coated with zinc. However, people did not like this coin much because it was lighter than usual and often rusted quickly. Interestingly, a few pennies were mistakenly struck in copper in 1943. These copper 1943 pennies are now considered extremely rare and valuable, and some have been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The common steel penny still exists in collectors' hands today and serves as a reminder of how economies can change during times of war.
Among America's coins, one of the most recognized is the quarter dollar, commonly called the quarter. Its value is 25 cents, which means 1/4 of a dollar, hence the name. The history of the quarter dates back to 1796, when it was first minted by order of the U.S. Congress. In the beginning, the coin featured the image of Lady Liberty, a symbol of freedom. Over time, the design changed several times, and in 1932, the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, was placed on the coin. This change was made to honor the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Since then, Washington's portrait has remained on the quarter, although the reverse-back design has changed over the years. For example, in 1975 to 1976, the bicentennial quarter was issued to celebrate 200 years of American independence, featuring a drummer on the reverse. From 1999 to 2008, the famous 50-state quarters program was launched, with each state having its own special design. This program became extremely popular. Later programs included the National Parks quarters and the ongoing. In the early years, quarters were made of silver, but by 1965, due to rising costs, silver was replaced with a copper-nickel composition, which is still in use today. Interestingly, the quarter is not only used in everyday transactions but is also valuable for collectors. Certain rare or limited edition designs can sell for thousands of dollars today.
They say this coin is worth thousands or even millions of dollars, and all you need to do is find one with a P on it. Social media is flooded with clips claiming that Georgia state quarters from 1999 with the Philadelphia Mint mark are being sold for massive amounts. You've probably seen the thumbnails. A Georgia quarter, P mint mark, and a price tag that looks like a down payment on a house. But is it real? Can a regular 1999 quarter from your pocket really be worth that much? Let's find out, because this is where the hype ends and the real coin knowledge begins. The Georgia state quarter was released in 1999. As the fourth coin in the U.S. Mint's 50 state quarters program. The design? A detailed peach at the center, the symbol of Georgia, with live oak sprigs surrounding it and a banner reading wisdom, justice, moderation, all that packed into just over 24 millimeters of copper nickel. Now the version we're focusing on here, the one that everyone is hunting, is the Philadelphia Mint version, marked by a tiny P on the obverse. And here's the thing. The P-Mint version isn't exactly rare. Over 451 million Georgia quarters were minted in Philadelphia alone. So how is it that some of them are being listed for hundreds, even thousands, online? The answer comes down to two words: condition and error. Let's break that down. First, condition. Most of the coins you'll find in change or even in collections are in circulated condition, worn, scratched, dull. These coins, they're worth face value. Maybe a little more if someone's putting together a full state quarter set. But uncirculated coins, especially those graded by professional services, like PCGS or NGC, are a different story. A Georgia P quarter graded MS67 or above, that's where values start rising sharply. There have been verified auction sales in the upper hundreds of dollars range, and in some rare grading cases even into four figures. But hitting that level, it's like a needle in a haystack. Out of millions, only a tiny fraction survive in that flawless state. Then comes the second factor, errors and varieties. Some Georgia quarters from Philadelphia have known striking issues, off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planches. These aren't common. But when certified, they command serious collector attention. We're talking hundreds of dollars, or more, depending on how dramatic the error is. But again, only if certified and in high condition. And that's the trap many fall into. They see the P and think they've struck gold. But without those two key ingredients, pristine condition or a significant error, it's still just 25 cents. Now here's something most hype videos won't tell you.